All right, all right. Today's SPY was down 0.31%, and last night I was talking about preparing for a pullback, and even though SPY was only down 0.31%, we had many individual stocks that were down anywhere between 2 or 3%, and that's why I told you on the way up, lock some profits. Don't be afraid to secure some profits as we hit some of these targets, especially up here at SPY 598, and then utilize that dry powder during the pullbacks to buy back lower, and that is how you're going to continue to move like water and do very well in this bull market. Now, today we did get a pivot high, which means from this high, we now have this lower high into a lower low. So from here, we could continue to go down towards this gap fill right around 592. And then if things get out of control, we could easily come all the way back down to test this support at the breakout right around 584 to 585. So do not think for 1 second we can't continue to pull back. This would be completely healthy, and even from here, we could just continue to go higher, and that could be the next higher low within the bull trend. So be very flexible. That's why I always tell you move like water. As we go higher, secure profits, and then as we're going lower, you can put that money back to work at lower prices. Nobody ever will know exactly where the market's going to go. Everybody who's been trying to call tops and predict corrections and the magnitude of corrections, saying we would have a 10 to 15% correction, all of those people have been 100% wrong, and they all fell flat on their face. The best way to trade is to objectively follow the chart and move like water. I couldn't care less if the market goes higher or lower. I couldn't tell you for sure if the market's going to go higher or lower, but what I can tell you for sure is that my portfolio continues to go higher because trading with good risk reward management is always going to end up profitable if you are doing it correctly, and that is what I will continue to teach you to do and put you in those best risk reward setups and the best swing trades to help you remain profitable. And as I've said before, those are all in the Discord server, and today was a great day to go shopping, so that is exactly what we did and get more of those low risk entries. So that doesn't guarantee we can't go lower, so be prepared. It's completely possible with this pivot from the high that we could continue to go lower, and it's also completely possible this is all we're going to get and we're just going to continue to drift higher on low volume. If that bothers you that it's uncertain of where we're going next, then just stop trading because you are never going to know exactly where the market's going to go next. And tomorrow we do have the CPI data, so anything is possible. And while I do not believe the CPI data in itself is very important, it could bring in enough high volume to start moving the market around, and we could start to move away from this range. Right now, view the range as 593 up to about 598, or you could go all the way up to 600. And then once we break this range, we are either going to get a significant pullback or we are going to start higher towards that brand new all-time high in the 600s. Move like water. Make sure you have plenty of dry powder, which means you need to have plenty of cash to react to where we go from here, and then simply follow what the chart is telling you. And remember, this is still a bull trend, so you are still going to have the best time and the easiest trades buying in the direction of the trend, which means buying the dips at support where you can easily manage risk and easily know where your reward is and get those favorable risk reward setups, and then just continue to swing that bat, and eventually you are going to hit enough winning trades to continue to remain profitable. And that is very simply said, but in practice you are likely making plenty of mistakes, and that's where the experience and the time doing this is going to continue to make you a better trader. So stay focused. We have very clear risk here at the support, which is 593. If we start to break that, it is very likely we could continue to pull back deeper towards the 580s, and that is where the risk lies right now. And then as we get down there near that support, the risk is getting less and less and the reward is getting more and more, and I would expect to see buyers stepping into this market yet again. On the Nasdaq 100 triple Qs, we were down 0.18% today, and I still do believe we need this pullback towards 506. We could come all the way back down towards 503 to 500 and even as low as 493, so be prepared for that. But I do believe we are going to see the Nasdaq 100 pushing higher towards 525, so buy the dip as we're going lower, get the best risk reward ratios you can get. You decide what's best for you and where your risk lies, but I do think you need to be comfortable knowing we could go all the way down towards 493 or at least down towards 500. Once we get there, if we're holding support and we start to reverse, we can easily jump back on that bull and ride it to the brand new all-time high in the 520s. And I do believe there's just not a lot of places for this money looking for somewhere to go right now, and mega cap growth, which largely makes up the Nasdaq 100, is still a damn good place to put money. So it's very hard to be overly bearish on the triple Qs, especially during a pullback where you can buy the dip and get low risk entries. And then it wouldn't be a stocks channel video if we did not talk about Bitcoin, because we have been absolutely all over this trade, absolutely nailing it with all of the low risk entries. And as I said last night, I really do not expect Bitcoin to go very far from here. I think we've hit a lot of the upside. So from here, just continue to expect some kind of bull flag and consolidation as we chew some time off the clock before we go higher. And I would not even rule out a deep pullback to scare some of the late chasers. As we start to go sideways, we could get a decent dip, shake out some longs before going any higher. Overall, I still think Bitcoin is going to be a decent place to be, but a lot of the reward has already been realized, and that is why I've been taking lots of profits here. And I do suggest doing the same. You can always buy dips, but you will not be able to realize any profits if you just sit here and hold, and then we come all the way back down to where we came from. So be disciplined here. Do not be afraid to lock some profits. Move like water and prepare to buy any dips, and those dips for me would have to at least come all the way back down towards 80,000. Or 75,000. So as I've said many times, this is a bull market. I think that has been proven time and time again. All of the fear mongering of all of the fear mongering bears all year long has been proven wrong time and time again. And here we are with only about 1.5 months left in trading, and we are still making brand new all-time highs. So it's very important to make sure you are following an objective trade plan strategy. Do not just follow somebody's opinions. And that does include my opinions. Even though I'm sharing them with you, I always follow the chart and I always manage my risk very carefully around the chart. And that is why I tell you to move like water, because you never want to get sold on an idea, especially if it's just simply somebody's opinion. So if you want to come finish the year strong, I have plenty of great trades that we're still going to be making into the end of the year. And all of those are posted in my Discord server. And you'll also get access to all of my technical analysis and intraday updates, which includes all of my day trading. You can find out how to join my Discord server by clicking on the link in the description of this video. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.